Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hope elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And the Son of God's Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, really accepted or not. In a sense of salutation to all the arc and pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the wife who are listening, learning. You few sisters who are listening, learning. Coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and application. Another daily application, Lord, when it's be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Jake has normalized their punishment. And I gotta say Salakia, because I posted the lesson yesterday. That's why it's called daily edification. But fell into a trance after the plantation. Again, Salakia. So anyway, we'll listen to these Levites at the plantation. And I was talking to this one Levite. Actually, I was talking to two of these Levites, older, a male and a female. And there's a young Levite, young, tall female. And then she asked me, she said, "You speak?" I forgot what she said. Basically, she was asking me, did I speak like what they speak, which is French, right? Or however you call it, broken English, whatever. And then I was like, no. So she was like, oh, I thought I heard them having a conversation with you. And she called it. I don't know if she said, I don't think she said patois. I forgot what she called it. But I was just meditating, like, man, like these bastards, when they say we speak the language of our conquerors, our oppressors. And I was thinking about how the Haitians was conquered by the French. Benjamin, the so-called Jamaican, was conquered by British, and Judah was conquered by these American Edomites, which they all are Spaniards, right? The French, the Spanish, and the British, they are all Edomites, but you had Levi conquered by the French, so they speak their language, right? Spanish, right? Pertaining to it, trying to be like they have made their tongue their own. And I'm just thinking about how, and then when you go to the word Greek in the New Testament, it talks about the word Greek mean being Hellenized, right? And I'm just like, man, the Lord really did a number on us, man. But we did a number on the Lord, man, in wickedness. So I'm listening to them speaking in French. We speaking in in English, if you want to call it that. Benjamin speaking the British language. Hey, what's it saying? The bastard tongue. We speaking in the king's language, man. Right? So I was just thinking about this, man. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It reads, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So you had the French conquered the Levites, so-called Haitians. The British conquered the Benjamites, so-called Jamaicans. You had the American Edomites that conquered Judah, so we speak English, right? Which they are all Spaniards. So you had the Northern Kingdom that was conquered, and they speak so-called Spanish. And Jake still running around here like they fucking free, man. And I was just really meditating on how each and every one of us, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, we are speaking the king's language, the bastard tongue, man. Northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. We are speaking in our oppressors' languages, man. So there's a brother that said once ago, how could this be talking about the Edomites when they spoke Hebrew during the time of Isaac, Esau, and Jacob? How could this scripture right here be talking about the Edomites when they spoke Hebrew as we did? Well, this is according to faith. This is according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Obviously, because when you get the book, which I have, when you read the book, the Roman Empire, the Empire of the Edomites, it tells you they spoke Latin, man. Right? So I don't know the time period when the Lord took the Hebrew from Esau, Edom, and they started speaking Latin and Greek. I don't know. I'm sure if I do a track record of it, we can find it. But this is talking about the Edomites, man. When the so-called white man came to America, what did Gad and Reuben and Issachar speak? They spoke Hebrew, man. There's a rock called the Los Lunas Rock, man, with the words Hebrew on it, man. Yahweh is on it. Elder Kazaf from Mississippi did a lesson on it. And I done did 3, 4 lessons on it, following the lesson he did with the Edomite that went to the rock, man. I don't know when the Lord changed Esau's language. Of course he spoke Hebrew. He's our brother. Somewhere in time, the Lord changed it, man. It's according to prophecy. They still Hebrew Edomites, right? Well, the Lord gave them a different tongue. It's again, Deuteronomy 28:49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young. So, who is this? This is talking about Esau, man. As swift as the eagle flieth, man. There's many scriptures on this. So we was conquered. Even in the Babylonian Empire, we were still speaking Hebrew. We still knew that who we were. It was this empire, this Edomite rulership, that it was taken away from us. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. What old boy say? You know, hold on, let me see if I can get this real quick. Bear with me. I done did plenty lessons on this in the movie Roots, right? What he say? He don't speak the King's language. Feel love. Let me see if I can get it. Bear with me here. Let's see if I can pull this up. This was taken from us, man. They took the Hebrew from us, man. Right here. Bear with me here. So let me pull this up, man. This happened to us on the plantation, man. The minute we got off those slave ships, man, the good ship Jesus, another ship named Destiny, Plymouth Rock. Let's get this. Salakia. Get out this camera. We ain't speak the king's language, man. All right, check this out.
We never relax.
You heard this head? Ain't never relax. That's in Deuteronomy 28, man. Verse 65, man, and 66, man. Thy feet shall find no rest, man. No ease.
Fiddler.
Yes.
If you recall, you were the one who told me that he was the best one of the lot. You do recall that, don't you?
Did I say that?
You did?
I don't rightly recollect saying.
I'm saying that from now on, that black is your responsibility. If he acts up in any way, I'll hold you responsible. You take my meaning, Fiddler?
Oh, you mean I guess to turn this here Guinea man into a proper field hand? Is that what you're talking
A
about?
proper field hand who speaks and understands the king's English and does exactly as he's told. As a matter of fact, I'll give you 6 months until my birthday for you to accomplish that.
Oh, Master Reynolds, I don't quite know
See? Until he speak the king language.
how to thank you. You sure know how to make my days happy, Master Reynolds. Yes, sir. Your pleasure for sure.
Do as I say, Fiddler. All the thanks I expect from any of my niggers.
Oh, I love you, Master Reynolds.
Well, I'm lighting ahead 2 candles in, get me a tank of the mail. You catch up with me just as soon as that horse is shoot.
Master, you gonna leave me a paper saying that you give permission for old Fiddler to be out here with this here Guinea man? Because if any white folks come by and see us out here by themselves, they just liable up and take us for runaways.
Oh, yes, sure they would, wouldn't they? So I wouldn't take too much time showing that horse if I were you.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't take too long shoeing that horse if I was you. Wouldn't take too long. I'd right enough say I wouldn't take too long. You hear, Massa? Toby Guinea man? You hear him tell old Fiddler about making you into some righteous sort of field hand?
And he did know his name. He knew his name in the Hebrew. He said his name was Kunta Kinte, man. He did know his name.
First lesson. You Toby, and I's Fiddler. And I'll rip your black hide if you don't do what I say.
And each and every one of us has a slave name, man. Each and every one of us. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, we all have slave names, man.
You don't know where you're going. You don't know about hoeing no tobacco. You don't know about no Mr. Ames with no whip. Don't know how to talk even. Get on up in there. No. And you on a wagon. This is a wagon. You say wagon. You say wagon. Wagon. Good, Guinea man. Now, Master give you a new name, too. Master say you name Toby. That's who you is, yeah? Toby. I's Fiddler. 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 Because I plays for the Christmas and the Jubilo. Sarah's Fiddler. That's me. Now you say Toby. Kunta. Kunta Kinte. Ah, no, that's your African name. Master give you a new name. Master say you name Toby.
We ain't African, man. We're not Africans. You so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. You so-called Negroes, so-called Jamaicans and Haitians are not Africans, man. We are the Southern Kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Cut me loose. Kunta Kinte.
You see, that would appears to be a Jake that won't conform and won't comply, man. As it's going to be in these end times.
You Africans all alike. You crazy. Must have say your name is Toby. That's who you is. He own you. He can do anything he want with you. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I've been scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got. Now I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my cabin. And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine. Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my meaning?
House niggas. LeBron, Denzel, Will Smith. House niggas, man. They all house niggas, man.
He don't speak the King's English, fella.
See? He don't speak the King's language. So we all have been conquered, man. So it's just something I was meditating on. Listen to these Levites at the plantation, man. Benjamin speaking British. Levi speaking French. Judah speaking English. All Edomites. So let's get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why? Why is he spoiled? Why is 2/3 of our people spoiled? Let me pull this up. Show you why they spoiled. Because of who's in rulership, man. They spoiled because of who's in rulership. And they have received benefits. So this is Second Ezra, chapter 9. Show you why Israel spoiled. We always put these two precepts together. Now I tell you in Psalm 68 and 19 that it's the Lord that daily loadeth us with benefits, right? Well, as it said in Jeremiah 2 and 14, is Israel a homeborn servant? Why is he spoiled? Why is Israel spoiled? Well, let me show you. This is Second Ezra 9 and 10. This is why Israel is spoiled. Because they don't know. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. So why is Israel spoiled? Because of the benefits they have gotten from Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, even though they're getting crumbs from those that made it, from those that allegedly made it, to those that trying to get rich and that trying to get rich, die trying to get it, right? In Jeremiah, this same chapter, in Jeremiah 2 and 33, what did Jake say? What did the Lord say? Jeremiah 2 and 33, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love, Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. So who taught us to apply our mind to the system of the so-called white man? Big Mama. If you had granddaddy, Big Mama and granddaddy and them, pops, your mama, hey, our parents and our grandparents, hey, they failed us, man. Because they was the one that told us to apply our mind to the system. Jeremiah 20:33, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore has thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. So this is a generational curse that's being passed down, man. Apply your mind to the white man system, and you can be just like him. Jake has normalized their punishment, man. Jeremiah 5:3. It reads, O Yahweh, are not thy eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them. It say, thou hast stricken them. So the Lord did something dirty to you. Had you to go to jail, go to prison, whatever happened. Car accident, you still lived. You got shot, you still lived. That's being stricken, man. But they have not grieved. Like Lil Boosie. I remember this guy, what his name is, Young Mozzie. I did a video of him a few years ago. He told my God made him bulletproof. After he got shot 10 times. Well, they caught that slow belly nigga at a pizza shop and laid his ass down. Now he back in the spiritual realm. But that was after he said God made him bulletproof. I did a lesson on it. He said God made him bulletproof. That was a warning. That was a stricken. Well, he didn't grieve. What happened? The Lord had him to go ahead and get whacked. The other video I did on this guy, what his name was, something blue. He was from New Orleans. He had a car accident. He said he was in the hospital for 3 months, laid up. Well, when he got out, the Lord killed his ass, man. That's you being stricken, but the Lord didn't kill you. You didn't consider. So the Lord went ahead and took you on out. There's a lot that has been stricken. This guy, George Floyd, he was in the video with Scarface and Zero, man. Yeah, George Floyd, man. I forgot the name of the video. It's a Scarface video. He was in the video, man. If you go to the video, pull the still up on YouTube, he in the video with Scarface and Zero, man, from Texas. That nigga, the Lord, that nigga had been stricken many times. The Lord was stricken you, man, to the point where you either gonna be grieved or the Lord gonna have to kill you, man, because it wasn't nothing to you, man. O Yahweh, are not the eyes upon the truth that has stricken them, but they have not grieved, that has consumed them. So what's gotta happen? The Lord gotta just kill you, man. That's why I said the saints shall know it after death by pain, man. But they have not refused, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. These are them. It say, therefore, I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they know not the will of Yahweh, nor the judgment of their power. These are the ones that say, let's go back to Jeremiah 2. Right here. Jeremiah 2 and 31. O generation, see ye the word of Yahweh? Have I been a wilderness unto Israel, a land of darkness? What do they say? Wherefore say my people, we are lords, we will come no more unto thee. See, that's these in Jeremiah 5 that said what? Let's read again. It say, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. So in Malachi, that's these guys, man. And we're gonna watch them constantly get taken out. See what's going on with this chick that got hit by the brick, polite, scoffed at the apostle talking about this nigga gonna say, I remember this nigga said in the video. So if we can do that, then what we need the Bible for? That's what that nigga said when the apostle was telling him about the whole taking of a woman in the ancient time. There's a law set up on that, man. So men just didn't run around snatching up women, man, because they could. No, it was a law behind that, man. You snatched up a woman, think you just finna get some box and she can go on down the street. No, that's your wife forever, man. There's a law behind that. But this nigga said, we know that now then we don't need the Bible. You dumb nigga. That's why he at where he at, man. This is Malachi 3 and 13. Your words have been stout against me, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? I read Jeremiah 2. They said, we are lords, we will come no more unto thee. Ye have said, it is vain to serve God. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinances? Here it is, the Lord have given us spiritual fathers to tell us that through the Spirit, right? As it tells you in Romans 8 and 16, through the Spirit bear witness, man, that you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man. But then you still got niggas in 2023, slow-bellied niggas, talking about they African Americans. This so-called white man that went from calling you Negroes to Afro-Negro, Afro-Americans, Negroes, African-American, blacks, and coloreds. Coloreds, blacks, Negroes, African-Americans, Afro-Negroes. What? And you niggas still talking about you black. I'm black. Blackity, blackity, black, y'all. You dumb niggas. The Lord has given us spiritual fathers, man. And I was watching a brother at the end of the plantation. The brother did a lesson. The brother not camp. The brother GMS, brother named Ariel. He was like, the real whites is us, man. What's the white mean to be purified, man? Be pure. And the real blacks is the Edomite, the so-called white man, which is dog, evil, void of light, wicked. Because white mean righteous, pure, holy. Dog mean evil, wicked, void of light. So the white will be the Hebrew Israelites, man, the remnant. Israel overall is the white people, the real white people. And the real black people is the so-called white man. Because they the wicked, evil dog, void of light, demons. The spiritual, they are the seeds of the spiritual demon Satan, man. They say, yet ye have said it is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinances, and that we should walk mournfully before Yahweh of hosts. We supposed to be mourning. This ain't our land. We in captivity. Being called spicks, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. Those are all the names for so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Spicks, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. Those are the names that's been called to the 12 tribes of Israel. Spicks, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. Go look the words up. And now we call the proud happy. Yeah, they that work wickedness are set up. The 2/3. Because it tell you in 2nd Ezra that they was born in vain. They that work wickedness are set up. Who set them up? The potter, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that they tempt God are even delivered. Delivered to what? To their folly, man. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Those sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, man. So what? It was set up in them to do that, man. But 2023, man, you got niggas still talking about they African Americans, they Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, man. The Northern Kingdom was conquered by the Spaniards. The Southern Kingdom was conquered by the Spaniards. This is let me get this. Additions to Esther. You niggas ain't grieving, man. You niggas ain't grieving, man. Let me get this. Addition to Esther. 14 and 8. Listening to Jake at the plantation, man. And most of the man, Jake don't know nothing, man. They don't know, man. And it's another Levi, he a manager. I've been talking to this Jake for the longest, telling him to talk to him, man, to tell him what's up. Because he'll be like, man, these Edomites, I'm telling him about Edomites, and we call each other Jake, you know, that we grew up talking about, man, these niggas crazy. These niggas this, these niggas that. No, it's Jake crazy. Jake this, Jake that. We're replacing that garbage with Jake, man. Ain't no more nigga this and nigga that. Unless you talking about some nigga in the world. But when you referring to one of the brothers, be like, man, Jake crazy. Jake, you wild. So he'd be like, man, these Edomites, man, these Edomites this, these Edomites that. I told him who they is. I told him, bro, you a priest, right? You supposed to be a priest of the Lord. And I told him, talk to the Levites, man. Anyway, Jake threw, man. This is the Esther 8, 14 and 8. Nevertheless, it satisfies them not. What? That we are in bitter captivity, but they have stricken hands with their idols. We in bitter captivity, and Jake ain't grieving, man. Jake ain't grieving. What a beautiful, hey, this is the beauty of this truth, man. What the Lord said in Isaiah 42, starting at 22, the Lord say, going back to Jeremiah, going back to Judges 2 and 14, said the Lord was hot against Israel, so he delivered us in the hand of our enemies, man. He delivered us into the hand of our enemies. He said he was hot against Israel, so he delivered us in the hand of our enemies that spoiled them. So it was the Lord that did. So in Jeremiah and Isaiah 42 and 22, when the Lord say, who gave Jacob for a spoil? To the robbers, man. I want to go back to this second Ezra. Jake ain't grieving. Well, it's not for 2/3 to grieve, man. But the remnant is grieving. As it tell you now, I love to read Psalms. With that Psalms 32 starting at 5. It said, they that are godly shall admit to the Lord their iniquity, man, their sins. Second Ezra 9 and 10. Let's read this again. Second Ezra 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which not have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And see, it tell you in Job 36 that 2/3 gonna die, man. They're gonna die without knowledge. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua tuning in. Yabba Shema Shah Brakatham. 2/3 gonna die without knowledge, man. We are speaking the king's language, man. A bastard tongue, man. And the Lord said it. I'm gonna send a nation unto thee whose tongue thou should not understand. We are yet this day is speaking the bastard tongue of the Edomites, man. So that Deuteronomy 20:49 talking about Esau, man. Oh, because it said, oh, what's that? Let me get this. I think it's in Psalms. Let me go back to this. Bear with me here. There's a verse that say he have left off from being wise. Let's get that. Lord willing. I think it's in Psalms 36. Let me see. The minute Esau left off from being wise, the Lord gave him another lot, man. The Lord gave him another lot, man, which is to be opposite. Let me see. Right. This is Psalm 36:1. The transgressions of the wicked said within my heart that there is no God before his eyes. For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. When? When did Esau left off from being wise? Let me show it to you. Genesis. Let me show it to you. This bastard left off from being wise, man. That's why he's a bastard. This is Genesis 25 in verse 29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, when he could have just fast until the food got done. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So, back in Psalms, back in Genesis, Salakia, back in Psalms, he did what? Again, Psalms 32:6, Psalm 32:3. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. That's when it happened. When he said he despised his birthright. Because if it said he have left off to be wise and do good and to do good. If you're a person that's wise and to do good, you know that you got a lineage coming. One day you're gonna have kids. One day, right? And everything that you have gonna go to your kids. So why would you say your birthright? I mean, we know it's prophecy. It wasn't theirs anyway. But to show you, he left off to be wise when he said he despised his birthright. That's your lineage. That's the inheritance. That's your heritage. It's supposed to go to your sons and your sons' sons and your sons' sons and their kids. See, he have left off to be wise. So I just want to make the point. Jake have normalized their punishment, man. Jake is in captivity, and these niggas think they free. Oh, there's a slogan. Let me get this real quick. Let me type this in. It say none are more hopelessly. Let me show it to you. None are more hopelessly enslaved. See if it come up. Yup. What name is Johann Wolfgang? Now this is what he said. Let me show this to you. Jake is dumb, man. But they're gonna have to find out about. They're gonna have to find out the hard way. So this is just a little. I found this years ago. So this is from a guy named Johann Wolfgang. He said, "None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free." Here's an Edomite, man. Got to be an Edomite. None are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. None of us is free, man. We're speaking the king's language. When you got a license, whether you got a business or you got a license to drive, where you get it from? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, giving you permission, man, because we are under the curses. As I tell you in Revelation 22 and 3, we are under the curses until Yahweh shall return, man. Anyway, so Lord willing to edify. Gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the bishop and elders of the great millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing his truth and believing his truth, throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the walk through our listening and learning. If your sisters are listening and learning, throughout tuning in, may Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. So next time I say Shalom, Wa, Ba, Ba, Ba. As it said in addition to Esther 14 and 8, we are in bitter captivity, man. We are in bitter. It's a bitter captivity. What's America? What's America mean? Bitter, man. We are in bitter captivity. And Jake ain't grieving, man. Jake is not grieving. Well, guess what's going to happen? The Lord have stricken us, and 2/3 ain't grieving. So what he's going to do? He's going to continually to consume them, man. And they're going to know it after death by pain. Shalom, wa, abba,